Hi, what's up, you guys? I get asked all the time how I make my shake. And so I was like, you know what? Next time I make my shake, I'm just gonna go live and show everyone how I make it because it's easier to explain. And I want to make sure that you know exactly how I make mine so that you can make it delicious. Because it is delicious, and I would hate for you to make it the wrong way and then be like, ew, this shake is gross. I don't know why she drinks it every day. She must like gag it down. That would be like the last thing that I would want from you. So I want to make sure that I make it super clear how I make my shake. So I use the Ninja blender. Looks like that. There are all different kinds, all different types. There's like the most basic one, which is what I actually started out using, thanks to my cousin Jessica, who was living with me and just gave it to me. But it was like you had to take the cup and hold it, like screw it in and hold it down as it was blending. That's the most basic one, and it did a great job. My mother found this kind and bought a bunch of them for us kids because she fell in love with Shakeology. So she was drinking it and she bought me one for my birthday, and it's a little bit nicer. So it has a few different settings on it. One of them being like the pro setting, so it will like pulse and then stop and pulse and then, so it like does its own thing and it makes it perfect and creamy. I highly recommend it. And then there's like one that's like upscale, more complicated than that, which you can get too. But this one's perfect because I live in my RV, obviously, so it's nice and small. I can just tuck it away. But this is the cup that it comes with. So I put a bunch of ice cubes in it. It depends on how big my ice cubes are, but this is kind of like how much I want to put in. I have it probably like most ice. Maybe half the amount of the cup that I'm going to use is going to be ice. So then I just pour water in it. I don't really measure it. So those of you who I've told like use like 1.5 cups to 2 cups of water, I just want to make sure you use enough water because when I first started making these, I followed the instructions on the back of the bag and it says use 8 ounces of water, and I just feel like you need a lot more than that. So I'll show you. I'm going to fill it up with water and I'll show you how much I use. I've got a huge sink full of dirty dishes over here, so I'm not gonna turn it, turn the camera. Okay, so in this cup that the Ninja comes with, this is about how much water. In fact, probably not even that much. I didn't even pour out that much, but this is the amount of water that I use. And you can use as much ice as you want. I feel like the more ice, the better. Then spinach. I'm going to go ahead and just show you because I want to make sure. I want to make sure I'm getting a whole serving of veggies in while I'm making my shake. It's just a super easy way for me to get my veggies in. So I take spinach and I shove it in this green container. I just want to make sure that this is, that this is full so I know it's a whole serving. Okay, so I'm going to dump it in there. I'm now to the point where I just kind of grab and go because I can eyeball it. So shove the spinach in the water. And then I want to take a banana. And I don't use the whole thing just because I don't need the whole thing. I think half a banana is perfect. So I'm going to cut half a banana. And then I'll put the other half of the banana in the refrigerator. So it's like ready to go for my next one. So I just like break it, plop it in. So I have water, ice, spinach, a bunch of spinach, and half a banana. Then, I guess I could turn it a little, just don't mind the dishes. Then I grab my shake. I love vegan chocolate. I feel like it tastes really good. I've had regular chocolate and vegan chocolate, and I think the taste of vegan is better, as I've told most of you already. Most of you drink vegan chocolate because I like rave about it so much. I also have vegan vanilla right now too. And then my next order, I'm going to order greenberry because I love greenberry. Okay, so whole scoop, plop it in there. And then what makes it even better, and this is awesome, it like is a little bit of peanut butter. So if you have your teaspoons planned to use with your shake, that is exactly what I recommend you do, is add the teaspoon in with your shake. It like gives it just like a slightly different taste as opposed to without peanut butter. It doesn't even taste a whole lot like peanut butter, just makes it taste differently. I love it. Peanut butter is really good with greenberry. Surprisingly, I thought that would be gross, but I tried it and I'll never go back. But I had a peanut butter and honey sandwich for lunch today, so I used all my peanut butter already. But this is how I make my shake, you guys. Okay, so water, a bunch of ice, a whole entire green container of spinach, half a banana, and then a scoop of my Shakeology. And then I blend it up, and it's perfect. It's going to be really loud if I blend it right now, so I'm not going to do that. But yes, Danae, it tastes exactly like Captain Crunch with peanut butter and greenberry. Like, surprisingly, like you wouldn't think that. But anyway, but that is it. So I hope that's helpful. Blend it. Don't shake it, please. You don't even know how many people are like, it was gross. And I said, how did you make it? And they were like, well, I just shook it up with water. I'm like, no, blend it if you can. Of course, if you're on the go and you have the little pouches, it's so convenient to just shake it up and chug it, which I've done plenty of times. And it can be a lifesaver like that if you don't mind the chalkiness, because it makes it a little bit more chalky. All right, well, I love you guys, and I hope that you have an awesome weekend. I'm going to sit down and get to work on my meal plan for the week and go ahead and share that with you as soon as possible so that you can duplicate it if you want to, or get ideas for your own meal plan. And yeah, so be on the lookout for that. Bye, guys.